Welcome to my all dear listeners. I, Professor Sanjay Hiremath, speaking from the platform of Sangukana Thakur, Arts, Commerce and Science College, New Panvel, Autonomous. My dear listeners, as you know, we have started a series of lectures on different subjects pertaining to different kinds of competitive exams. And even I told you that this our new venture is going to prove very much beneficial and advantageous to all students preparing for different kinds of competitive exams. In my earlier video, already I had made a speech on the union budget, which was presented by our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on 1st February 2025 in the Lok Sabha. As you know, this was her 8th consecutive union budget she presented in the Lok Sabha. In her speech, Honorable Finance Minister announced a drastic decision of increasing or rising the income tax limit from rupees 7 lakhs to rupees 12 lakhs. This particular move of the government of India has been welcomed by number of taxpayers across the nation. And because of this decision, the total tax mop-up of government of India is going to reduce. The earlier mop-up from the income tax was rupees 10,000 crores, 10,000 crore rupees. Because of giving tax exemption up to the income of 12 lakh rupees per annum, government is collecting only 9 lakh crore rupees this fiscal year. It means there is a deficit of rupees 1 lakh crores. Despite of that, government is confident enough in spurring the economic growth. This will definitely boost the economic growth in India by increasing the capacity of the individuals by spending more amount in the market on the purchase of different items. As you know, our finance minister announced the total expenditure of rupees 50 lakhs 65,000 crores. 65,000 crores. This is total government expenditure in the fiscal year 2025-26. For the first time, government of India's expenditure went above 50 lakh crore mark. This is also another significant development in the Indian economy. And total government receipt in the fiscal is rupees 34 lakhs 96,000 crores. This is total government expenditure. This is total government expenditure, and this is total government receipt in the fiscal year 2025-26. And if you take the difference of this is a fiscal deficit that comes around 15 lakhs. That comes around 15 lakhs 69,000 crore rupees. 69,000 crore rupees. This is a fiscal deficit in the financial year 2025-26 that the Union Finance Minister announced in her presentation of the Union Budget on 1st February 2025 in the Lok Sabha. Now, in my today's video, I am going to explain you how the government is spending the 1 rupee or 100 rupees on different purposes. Just you see, on interest payment alone, on borrowings, whatever the government has borrowed, government is spending on interest payment 20%. 20%. And this also, as compared to other nations, it is very less amount. Just please keep in mind. Because going by this figure, per Indian, per person is having the debt of around 1,25,000 rupees. Per Indian is having the debt on his head. But if you see other countries like USA, the USA per person, the debt is rupees 90 lakh rupees. In UK, per person debt is 42 lakh rupees, and in China, the per person debt is 9 lakh rupees, and in India, per person debt is only rupees 1,25,000. And whatever the borrowings of government of India is having, the majority share is of the internal borrowings, not the external borrowings. The external borrowings is around 6% of the total borrowings. Therefore, there is no any threat to our sovereignty, that also indicates, and therefore our economy is very robust. And the next expenditure is on the state's share of the taxes and the duties. As you know, there is a finance commission, and the state's share of taxes is there is a major expenditure, 22%, and defense expenditure in the budget was 8%. Defense expenditure is of 8%. It is 9% more than the last defense expenditure, last year's defense expenditure. The last year's defense expenditure was 6,20,000 crore rupees. 6,20,000 crore rupees. And this year, the Nirmala Sitharaman, Honorable Finance Minister, has increased the defense outlay by around 9.5%. That is 6,81,000 crore rupees. 81,000 crore rupees. As compared to other nations' defense outlay, our defense expenditure is very less. You take example of USA. USA spends around 73 lakh crore rupees per year on the defense. The next number comes of China, is number 2 country in the world, whose defense outlay is around 19 lakh crore rupees. The third country expending on the defense is Russia. It spends around 12 lakh crore rupees, and India is 4th nation in the world. It spends around 6,81,000 crore rupees on the defense, and as compared to other countries, which is supposed to be the non-productive expenditure, is less. And the next expenditure of government of India is on the major subsidies. You know, food is given at the subsidized rate through the public distribution system to the people belonging to the below poverty line. And fertilizers are also supplied with the subsidized rate to the farmers for increasing the farm production. As you know, our agriculture food production is increasing day by day because of such moves undertaken by the government of India. The fertilizers like urea, even the fertilizers containing major nutrients like NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, are supplied to the farmers with the subsidized rate. And the fuel for the petrol, diesel, even the household gas we are taking, that is also subsidized by the government of India. On that, government spends 6% of the total outlay of the expenditure. The finance commission transfer and other grants is around 8%. As you know, there is a finance commission in India according to the article number 280, which is constituted for the period of 5 years, and that gives recommendations to the government of India how much share of the collected taxes is to be given to the respective states. That is 8%. And on pensions, the government is expending 4% of the total outlay. The sector centrally sponsored schemes is 8%, and on other central schemes, excluding defense and subsidies, it is 16%, and other expenditure is around 8%. Now, another important announcement made by the Union Finance Minister in the Union Budget was capital expenditure. Capital expenditure projection. Capital expenditure, Government of India is making 11.21 lakh crore rupees in the fiscal 2025-26. This is also very much important move of the Government of India. It indicates government's stand and government's priority on developing the basic infrastructure in the country. As you know, the capital expenditure is done on the construction of the highways, expressways, even the flyovers, even construction of the airports, to make the robust public transportation system. Even to certain extent, the capital expenditure also includes expenditure on the schools, expenditure on the hospitals in one respect. And therefore, government is quite aware and giving much stress on the capital expenditure. That is also, this move particularly welcomed by the large section of the people across the nation. And my dear viewers, Government of India, the Finance Minister in her Union Budget also made one more explanation, one more announcement, that is, we are giving stress on the tourism sector. Last year's tourism expenditure was around 850 crores rupees only. 850 crores. But this year, the Finance Minister has announced the amount on the tourism. It is more than 2000 crores. It means we wish to attract more and more foreign tourists to our country on the backdrop of development of Ayodhya after construction of the Ram temple there. Even you see at Prayagraj, more than 40 crore people visited the site for the holy dip, and the government has made expenditure for the Kumbh Mela, that I will explain you. For the Kumbh Mela, government has made expenditure around 60,000 crores. 60,000 crores on Kumbh Mela alone, government is expending the money. But you see, how much government is gaining because of this one event at the Prayagraj. Government is generating around 2,80,000 crore rupees revenue from the Kumbh Mela alone. It means spending on this is worth, and it is also attracting many foreign tourists across the globe. This will also help us to earn the valuable foreign exchange. And my dear students, in days to come, like this, I am going to comment on different aspects of even the union budget, even on different subjects pertaining to UPSC, MPSC, bank, railway, and all other competitive exams held at the state level and at the national level. And please go on listening our lectures very keenly and attentively. Definitely, this will help you in understanding various complicated subjects which will be cleared in these lectures. And I welcome to you all once again, and thank you.